Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We're back here today with another CCP Rank 3 6-star video, alright? So, as I'm sure you were, when I first found out about the news that Chadwick Boseman had passed away, I was pretty torn up. I was very upset to hear about that. It came absolutely out of nowhere. I don't think this was something that anybody, aside from his own family, had expected to happen anytime soon. The man has been fighting a strong battle with colon cancer for the past 4 or 5 years now, since about 2016. He appeared in countless movies, countless action movies, and he persevered through it, man. He was doing treatments and he was having surgeries, all while bringing us some absolutely unforgettable moments on the big screen, okay? The man is an absolute fighter and a wonderful human being, not even to mention an incredibly talented actor who has 100% of my respect. So at the time when it happened, obviously I was very upset, and I was thinking, I run a Marvel YouTube channel. What do I want to do for this guy? Do I want to just make a quick video, saying rest in peace, Chadwick, Wakanda Forever? But then I thought, no, let's jump onto the CCP beta server. Let's take Black Panther Civil War up to rank 3, and let's make this champion good. Let's find a way to honor Chadwick Boseman in Marvel Contest of Champions with a champion that he would have been proud to see. And we're going to figure out a way to do that today, alright? So we got this guy up to 6-star, rank 3, SIG 200. The SIG ability is really like a defensive ability, so it's not the most important thing in the world. I don't even think we see that once in the entire video. But here are this guy's abilities, man, at rank 3. I've been playing around with this guy for the past 2 or 3 days now since it happened, almost non-stop, and he's very basic. Most of his kit is for when he's on defense, alright? But let's look at this synergy team here, man. By himself, Black Panther Civil War is not the best champion. But when you combine him with this synergy team with Killmonger, every time you parry, he's going to get a Fury buff. He also has plus 6% attack. When he has this synergy here with Tigra, he's going to have some ability accuracy with his armor up buffs, and the same thing goes with Hulkbuster there. And for Sabretooth, there's going to be some increased offensive power rate while there's a debuff on the opponent. So we're going to be rocking with this synergy team for the entire time, okay? The combination between Tigra and Hulkbuster is going to give him plus 100% ability accuracy on his armor ups, as well as the Fury buff is going to happen every time we parry. So there's a lot of kind of cool things that are in Black Panther's kit here. As you can see, we started off the fight just getting hit, okay? Because Winter Soldier, well, he stuns you, and when we get hit, we have that 100% chance to get that armor up buff, okay, from Tigra and from Hulkbuster. So we're not going to do that a lot here, but just starting off with something cool, how he was designed to be played, okay? Now, I personally believe this guy deserves an absolute total rework, just like Magneto, okay? He completely needs to be redone, because right now he's pretty much totally a fully defensive champion. But when you have that Killmonger synergy with you, okay, every time we parry, we're gonna get a pretty potent Fury buff. And as you can see, man, the numbers are gonna start to get pretty high. Right there, that last hit on that special 2 was 25k. That's not too bad, man. If all 3 parts of the special 2 crit, we're talking about a 50, 60, 70k special 2, depending on how many Fury buffs we have. Now, when it comes to this synergy, man, it happens on any well-timed block, okay? You can parry special attacks, projectiles, just like this. We just got one there. Like for Winter Soldier Special 1, there are 3 parts of it. We can parry all 3 parts of it if we want to, and we could just keep stacking up those Fury buffs. So there are a lot of things that we can do, okay? So we can really start to build up that damage. We're gonna toss off one really big special 2 right here. Let's look at this, man. Let's look at this in slow motion here. 17k, 17k, and 24k basically. So that was only with 3 Fury buffs, man. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. He would never be able to hit these numbers on his own without a big synergy team with him, or at least without Killmonger. But hey, man, not about that, man. It's not about practical use today. We're just trying to make this guy look like a good champion today. That's what we're doing, all right? So the thing with Act 6, you know I usually like to jump into Act 6, show you where somebody's going to be the best, but the thing with Act 6 is that it's just so incredibly specific that he doesn't really work too well on too many lanes, okay? Like full lanes with the nodes and everything. But there are a lot of, like, you know, fights in Act 6 where they aren't too specific. For example, this Vulture doesn't really have any nodes on it, alright? But he also doesn't have 500,000 health like Winter Soldier. So let's see how Black Panther Civil War does with this synergy team against a pretty generic matchup here, because if you're going to be doing like the monthly uncollected or monthly, even if you're not at that level yet, monthly master quest or coming up the monthly cavalier difficulty or any other side quest, you're going to be encountering a lot more generic fights like this Vulture. So that's what we're testing here, okay? We're not going to be testing out if he's like the secret key to the hardest matchups in Act 6, because he's not. He just isn't. He's an old champion that was built primarily to be annoying on defense, and that's why he needs a rework for more than one reason, alright? But here, look at this, man. We're 42 hits in, and this Vulture is already almost flushed down the toilet. I did this fight when I was testing out a rank 3 King Groot, the 6-star King Groot, and it took about 200 hits, okay? So 56, 57 hits, you know, for a 6-star rank 3 champion, yeah, we're expecting a little bit better than this, but for Black Panther Civil War, it's not too terrible, man. It's not too terrible. So let's jump over to, I believe this is variant 4, the first quest, alright? This Namor has 150,000 health. He has a pretty generic node here, Strike Back, alright? So whenever we use a special attack, he's gonna get a bar of power. Pretty simple, right? Not the hardest fight in the world. It's very, very simple to use Black Panther Civil War with this synergy team. What you want to do is just parry as much as possible. You kind of want to pretend like you're using Captain America Infinity War. For example, when you're using Captain America Infinity War and you're fighting a champion that has projectile-based special attacks, you're going to want to try your best to parry all of those projectiles. We're going to be doing the same thing with Black Panther, okay? We're going to parry as much as we possibly can, build up our kinetic charges or our fury buffs here, okay? And then we're going to cash in on that damage. We're going to try our best to toss off a big special 2 or a special 1 when we have as many fury buffs as possible, and he's going to look like a kind of acceptable champion here, okay? Yeah, man, so this Namor is pretty much flushed down the toilet already in about 40 hits or so. I believe one more special 2 and that should just about do it there. It looks like he's down to 2% here, 1 or 2 more basic attacks there, and that's it, man. That's it. Very, very simple fight. Now, the thing with the armor up buffs, man, you know, I mentioned the Tigra and Hulkbuster synergy. Look at this. These armor up buffs, they're pretty potent, man. Also, we have the reflective state there, so we're also absorbing a lot of the damage that happens to us. So when you really pile up those armor buffs, if you do make a mistake, well, there's a really, really nice grace period there where you're not going to be taking too much damage and losing too much health if you really rack up those armor up buffs, okay? So up next, we're going to look at a very, very specific lane here in Act 6.4.3. This is Stunning Reflection. This is where if you go to stun the opponent, well, this is what happens. I'll show you. This is what happens right here, okay? You parry, you go to stun them, and you get stunned. But when Black Panther Civil War has an armor up buff, well, he can't be like parry stunned, okay? He can get stunned from like special attacks or like, for example, Corvus can parry him because he armor breaks, but right here, as you can see, every single time we parry, it goes to put a quick parry stun on us, but he immediately shrugs it off and reflects it, okay? Now keep in mind, this Guillotine 2099, she is stun immune because of the Stunning Reflection, so you're not going to see her stunned, okay? But if there were any other nodes like this, like for example, in Alliance War Path 9 in Section 2, there's that shifting stun shield or something like that, okay? Where if you were to stun the opponent, well, you get stunned as well. Well, if you were to bring in your Black Panther Civil War into that fight and you parry, feel free to parry, man, because it'll just be reflected right back. So in that past fight, she had crit resistance, so it was going to be very, very hard to do any damage. So I mentioned about the stun reflection, right? Let's see how he does against another Black Panther Civil War, because when Black Panther Civil War is on defense, okay, that same thing is going to happen. If you were to parry him, you get stunned, okay, because he reflects that. But this is why we wanted the Hulkbuster and the Tiger here, okay, because as long as we have that armor up buff, well, it's pretty simple. We can pretty much parry freely because he's going to try, right? He's going to try to stun us with his reflection from his armor up buff, but we have an armor up buff, so we're going to send that stun reflection right back to him, and then he ultimately ends up being stunned, all right? So funny enough, Black Panther Civil War is one of the better options for Black Panther Civil War. And you know, before we had Corvus and other very, very easily, easy to access armor break champions released into the game, Black Panther Civil War was a great counter to himself because he used to be very, very annoying on defense, all right? Because if you accidentally parry this guy, well, you're gonna get stunned. But you don't even have to worry about it when you use Black Panther Civil War because you get to watch all those stuns just reflect and they end up back on the defender. So we'll finish off this guy with the quick special one there, and the bleed did take him down. So now we're going to go on another lane in Act 6.4.2, I believe this is. We're going to start off with Invisible Woman here. This is the Force of Will, Static Blast, and Typhoon. I've taken a lot of champions down here to test. This is like one of the more easier lanes in Act 6.4 that doesn't require like a specific counter. You know, it's not like Special Connoisseur or like the Stunning Reflection or anything else. This is just we want to see what his damage is like against a champion with some, easier nodes here. We also have the class advantage, all right? So as you can see, we have 5 Fury buffs, and we're hitting kind of hard. 11k medium, 6k, 7k light attacks. It's really not bad. It's honestly not bad. That's quite good right there. That was about a 30k special one, and we have the bleed ticking down. Keep in mind we have absolutely no points in deep wounds at the moment, all right? But yeah, this Invisible Woman is just completely draining. I believe I do make a mistake here, and I eat I think like a special one at the end of the fight, but as you can see, I'm parrying both parts of that special one because I'm just trying to build up Fury buff. See right there? Now we also got the reflective armor, okay? So if I were to take a couple hits to the face right there, which is just such not a good idea. It's not a good design for a champion to have to take hits to the face to reflect some of the damage, all right? But if I were to mess up and take some damage, I can reflect a little bit of that back with my first hit back on the opponent. So there's like that safety net there in case you do mess up where, it's like, I don't want to say it rewards you when you mess up, but it doesn't feel as bad because you get to reflect some of that damage back. I'll show you one more fight here against She-Hulk on the same lane with the same nodes. Both of these do have class advantage here, so they are going to look a little bit more impressive than the other nodes on the lane, the other fights on the lane. But I did go through this entire lane with Black Panther Civil War with this synergy team, the same one that I showed you before, because I did want to get to the Thor boss, the Thor Ragnarok boss, okay? And he got through pretty much all of them. I healed between the fights because I am running suicides at the moment. Wasn't going to take them off for this. And yeah, I mean, he gets through the fights pretty much okay. He's not going to be anywhere near the top 5, top 10, even top 20 options for the lane. But, in the types of lanes where you can, theoretically use almost any champion, feel free to bust out your Black Panther Civil War if you want to have some fun with him. The thing with Black Panther Civil War is I think he is a 2016 champion, I believe. So, he's a champion you could rank up with, like, if you have a skill variant gem from 2016, right? The pass from, like, Variance 4 and Variant 3, you could do 2016 champions. So, if he's your only 2016 skill champion and you happen to have, like, 2 of them, look, you could rank him up, you could use him in some lower content, bring along Killmonger with him, have some fun, dude. Have some fun with your Black Panther Civil War. So we're gonna go up against this Thor boss now. Alright, so this guy has Aspect of Death, Combo Shield, Prove Yourself, Unblockable Specials. A lot of stuff going on here. He's probably, I want to say, the easiest boss in Act 6.4, only because, again, theoretically, you can do this fight with almost anybody, but it is a decently long fight, okay? right off the bat, there is prove yourself. So we're not going to be able to do any damage unless we have above a 15 combo, all right? We're going to try and parry him as much as we possibly can, but unlike previous fights, we can't parry his special attacks because they're all going to be unblockable, okay? So at this point, we're going to try and just bait out his special 2, and he also has power reserve as well, so all of his special attacks are going to cost half power, okay? So as you can see, he has death touch and he's unblockable. So if you get hit by that special attack right there, it's pretty much game over. Like one hit, death. That's it, man. That's pretty much what happens with this Thor. That happened to me, I think, 2 or 3 times during my 6.4 Legends run. Really annoying, man. He gets you in the corner, tosses the special 1 without you realizing, and you're just dead. So right there, we had, I think, 2 Fury buffs up, and we tossed off a pretty decent special 2. It was nice, man. The thing is, when you fight Thor, you want to try and knock him down with a special attack once his counter turns into the power gain thing. So for Black Panther Civil War, his special 1 has 2 hits, and the special 2 has 3 hits, alright? So for the special 1, you'd want to knock him down or use the special 1 when it says 19, and for the special 2, you'd want to start the special 2 when it says 18. Now I did mess that up a couple times in the beginning of the fight, just because I was trying to get the fight rolling. I didn't want it to take too long, but I think from here on out, I do start to do that properly, okay? So he has 17 right now, so I'm going to do 2 hits here, or after this special 1, I'll do 1 hit, or I guess I'll bring it up to 20, and then I'll go for a combo. Or I guess I was looking for a special 2 there, but I didn't make it there, and then we made it to the special 1, so that's totally fine. But yeah, that's how you want to fight this Thor, no matter who you're using, unless you're using like Dr. Doom, and you want to like push it to the special 3 so you can steal his power, and then do your special 3, medium, medium, light, light, medium, medium, special 1, special 2, combo, all that good stuff. Yeah, you just want to really just keep an eye on that combo right there, okay? So for example, he's at 17 right now. At 18, I'm going to toss off the special 2 so that it just comes up and then it goes away at the end of the special 2. So that's pretty much the way you want to fight Thor with every champion in the game. It just makes life a lot easier when you can manage his stacks that way, so he doesn't get up to a special 3, because if he gets to a special 3, the fight's pretty much over. The special 3 doesn't hit too hard, honestly, but you hit him once, and then you get an absolutely insane shock on you, and then you'll get stunned, and then it's just all downhill from there. But you know, I've been rambling during this fight for about 3 minutes now or so. We're 100 hits in. Thor has about 50% health left. As you can see, we could probably do this fight with anybody. I believe I did this fight when I tested out the rank 5 Cyclops. I did. That was funny. That was like a 7-minute fight though with Cyclops. I think Black Panther is doing a little bit better than Cyclops did. Not much better. He's not doing too great here. The issue with this fight is that, like I said, you can't parry his special attacks. For me, Black Panther Civil War, when you use him with Killmonger, he really does remind me of like a Captain America type champion, where you just want to parry as much as humanly possible, and that includes special attacks. But when there's unblockable special attacks, obviously that gets in the way. Big flex right here with that full special 2 evade in the corner. I was pretty lit when that happened. I think I put that in the beginning of the video as well. But yeah, man, this fight's almost over, down to 20%. I'm not running Assassin in this video, so we're not going to get him into like Assassin's range or anything, but he's only got 20% health left. He's being very, very stingy with the special 2s, unfortunately. It's being actually quite annoying. That was like the 8th time that he did that. Gotta go for the full special 2 evade again in the corner, flex that on you twice in a row, but hopefully I can push him back now. Luckily, he auto-blocked me right there. If he didn't auto-block me right there, it probably would have been game over, because he would have been pushed up to a special 3, but at this point now, he's just about dead. Go for one more special 2 full evade in the corner. Hopefully that's the last one. I'm gonna toss off a pretty hopefully nice special 2 there. I wish the special 2 bled. I wish the special 2 did put a bleed on the opponent. By the way, I don't think I use a special 3 at all in this fight, in this video. What the special 3 does is that there's a 75% chance for the opponent to be stunned for like 3 seconds. So, you know, the special 3 isn't anything to write home about. You're not missing much there. The special 1 puts a bleed on the opponent, and the special 2 just does a decent amount of damage. So this guy just absolutely needs a rework. I think he absolutely deserves it. I think the original Black Panther champion in the game could also use a slight buff as well, but this guy is just so cool of a character based on such a wonderful person. this guy right here, that I just think that, you know, I think that it'd be really, really great to have a version of Black Panther from the MCU honoring Chadwick Boseman in the game. It'd be really, really great. Yeah, man, that's gonna be it for this video, my dudes. I do hope you enjoyed it. I had a really fun time actually playing around with this champion and learning the ins and outs of Black Panther Civil War. I also am very, very happy that I got to honor Chadwick Boseman's legacy in some way. I wish I could do more, but honestly, I'm not sure what else I could possibly do. But anyway, my dudes, that's gonna be it for this video. Drop a like, comment if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see some more content coming to you very, very soon. Wakanda Forever.